in a situation right now, the best situation you can be in right now for our team. We got a game tonight. Winner stays. We're in the playoffs. Stays here for next week. Now, if you can't get up for this one, I don't believe you can play any sport. I don't believe, but I don't have to worry about believing what you guys. I know what type of guys you are. This may be our best game ever tonight.
The Black Knights are getting ready to host Milford in the regular season finale in what is undoubtedly the biggest game of the year so far.
You know, this one, it really impacts the playoffs next week. You know, they're 4-2, we're 4-2, so if we win this week, we get a home game here, and that's huge, you know.
Ever since the Marshfield game and North game, we fought hard, been working together. We're now on a good winning streak, clicking on all cylinders. It's been good.
So our defense has been pretty locked down lately, and starting off quick, we get that huge lead at the beginning. It makes the rest of the game so much easier.
I definitely think after our week 2 and 3 losses, you know, back to back, we definitely had this it's survival mentality. You know, we just don't take anything for granted. We come out here like it's the last time we're ever going to play football, and we just play football together, 100% hard.
Milford's offense is led by number 42, senior Blake Hill. The 6'1", 220-pound running back, who is committed to play at Yale, has had several big performances this season, including rushing for more than 200 yards at Foxborough 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Blake Hill, he's a tough kid, very big kid. Defense just got to stay home, fill their gaps, and we should be fine. They got a really power offense, I formation. They just like to line it up and just go right at us. So we'll see how the defense does and see who's tougher that game Friday night.
He's definitely a huge player on their team. He gets a lot of carries. It's basically a toughness game this Friday. They think they're tougher than us. They're going to run the ball right up the middle, a lot of powers, a lot of ISO. So we just got to show our toughness and fill in the hole. And he's not a quicker guy. He's more of a bigger guy. So we just got to contain him inside, and that can basically the key to the game, contain him. If we can stop him, we can stop Milford.
The offensive line is big. They have some big players. I remember playing against them last year. But I definitely think we have the speed, and I definitely think our speed will help us to stop them, you know, and just our technique. There's definitely something special about playing on your own field, especially this is the last year we'll have to play on it. So I think when we come here, we try to have statement games. And I think if we win here this Friday and come back next Friday, we'll just have a lot of energy coming on this field, trying to get 3 straight wins in a row on this field.
It's a big game for the Black Knights as they take on the Milford Scarlet Hawks in a major showdown in the Davenport division.
The Black Knights came into this matchup knowing what they had to do to slow down Milford, and they did exactly that. Stoughton's defense allowed only 78 yards. They held Blake Hill to just 30 yards, but that was in 2 quarters of play as he missed the second half due to an injury. The playing conditions were far from ideal, with a steady to at times heavy rain falling throughout the game. But the Black Knights weren't fazed by the wet and windy weather. In fact, it seemed to bring out the best in Stoughton's defense. They picked up their second shutout of the season, both times coming in the rain.
This is what we love. We love playing in the mud. You saw it in Sharon. I don't know, it seems like when it starts raining, when the mud's out, we get shutouts. We like playing defense in the mud. It's just like, I think it's just mental toughness.
People talk about canceling a game. I'm never canceling a game. I don't care how bad it is. It's supposed to be meant to be played on this when it is. Of course, there's potential for lightning, which is very scary. You know, open field, you know, you can't, but I'm not canceling a game just to say it's a dry field. That's crazy. Kids, they play for Friday nights.
On offense, Stoughton racked up almost 400 yards. Eyes on Swain Price and Ryan Sullivan proved to be too much to handle. Sullivan had 134 yards on 14 carries, while Swain Price had 149 yards on 11 carries.
great blocks, in and out, both sides. We could run to the boundary, we could run to the field. They just couldn't stop us. The line was playing great all game long.
The rain limited both teams' passing games, but Stoughton quarterback Evan Gibb used his legs to help the cause, rushing for 54 yards. Swain Price scored both of Stoughton's touchdowns in the first half.
5:40 to go, first quarter. Evan Gibb, the quarterback, on 3rd and 5. Play fake, now misdirection. Swain Price to the 10-5. Touchdown, Stoughton.
The Black Knights continued to pound the ball in the second half.
First down play, and they bounce it outside. A nice gain, first down. Less than 8 minutes to go, third quarter. It's 2nd and 5 on the Stoughton 32. They go up the middle, and it's another first down for Stoughton.
Justin Lee scored on a 4th and 1 play from 6 yards out to give Stoughton a 21-0 lead with 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in the third. Then, with 6 minutes and 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Swain Price put the exclamation point on Stoughton's big win.
They come along the near sideline to Swain Price. He's breaking free. He may go all the way here. 79 yards, eyes on. Swain Price scores his 3rd touchdown of the game.
I'm very happy, and I'm really pleased with where we are. We got a little rest, and we're just home. I'm glad we're home.
With the final of 28-0, Stoughton solidifies home field advantage for the first round of the playoffs as the number 4 seed. The number 5 seed just happens to be this same Milford team, who will now have to return to Sarno Field for a second week in a row.
Us, we together forever. Great job. Thanks, guys. Proud of you. Real proud of you. Now it's playoff time, guys.
I'm Jennifer Dowd. I'm a certified athletic trainer. I've been at Stoughton High School for 9 years now. I'm responsible for approximately 500 athletes throughout the whole school year, where I'm responsible for their general medical care after school. I can do anything from injury prevention to emergency response.
Jen Dowd is affectionately referred to as Jen the Trainer by almost all student athletes that have come through Stoughton over the last near decade. This late in the season, more than a fair share of athletes have spent plenty of time with Jen dealing with injuries. Among them are Andrew Iverson, David Salucci, and Jack Connolly.
You can't match her intensity. She brings a lot of intensity to the table day in and day out, and she has a lot of passion for this program. She really cares about us, and I definitely consider her a part of our team.
She's always passionate about getting her players on the field. Everyone's safe, everyone's healthy. She'll put someone in a boot Friday night and they'll be back Monday, ready for practice.
Doesn't matter who you are, how much playing time you get, if you score touchdowns, if you don't, you're her priority, you're her first priority, your safety, your mental health with your concussions and everything. That's her first priority.
My passion is for the athletes. I want them to be able to perform to their best. A lot of incoming athletes are afraid of me and the fact they have this fear of showing up in the training room, they're automatically benched. That's not how I work. The concept is my job is to keep the athlete on the field performing at the best of their ability at that time. My job is for the safety and health and well-being of the athlete. I'm not just the football athletic trainer. I work with all of the teams, not just football. And I make that abundantly clear in the athletic training room. I'm also adjunct faculty at Bridgewater State in the athletic training education program. And then I'm also a clinical instructor where I have the clinical students showing up in the training room to work with me.
Jen loves what she does. She loves not taking kids out of games, but she loves us. She loves keeping us safe and, learning even more every day about what she does. She loves to find new ways to tape people, new ways to brace someone, and whenever we get x-rays, like I did on my finger, she wanted it immediately, and she talked about it in one of her classes apparently. Because it was a strange fracture, so she likes new things. She likes to always learn. She's a student of what she does, and that's where her passion grows from.
Push against me, relax.
Jen loves her job, but not every part of it comes with enjoyment. Telling an athlete that they can't play is never easy, but she knows how to handle these tough conversations because she's been through it herself.
Believe it or not, I have a lot of empathy for them. They actually get to see a different side of me in that situation. I've had 14 orthopedic surgeries. There are certain things that I can no longer do that I love to do. I played soccer all the way through college, and I can no longer step out on that soccer field and play because of the knee surgeries I've had. So I understand the loss of that season. My soccer team in college ended up going to the NCAA finals without me because I had blown out my ACL. So that I understand what they're going through, and it's pretty tough.
My name's Jack Doherty. I'm a senior here at Stoughton High, and I played football for most of my high school career, but I couldn't play my senior year because I've suffered 4 concussions since I've been in high school. I suffered 1 in a car accident. I suffered 1 in my sophomore year of lacrosse, and I've suffered 2 in football my sophomore year and my junior year. And both of my football ones, I've kind of realized I think are mostly my fault. Both of them were when I was playing fullback, and both times I went down to hit somebody, like running through kids, trying to run through a kid, and both times I think I remember putting my head down, so basically putting myself in harm's way. So I think if I had to say anything to like future football players, like definitely listen to Coach Peary, Coach Burke during the summer, learn how they're teaching you how to hit, because and practice that endlessly, because if you practice it endlessly, it will become like muscle memory.
Education is the biggest piece for prevention. If you know what a concussion is, and that is an actual brain injury, it's the education piece that's going to be the prevention. You cannot prevent a concussion from happening by equipment issues. It's all about education and changing the rules of the game, as well as better technique.
My sophomore year, I remember getting concussions was kind of like the wimpy thing to do, like go to Jen, but they're very serious. It's not a joke. I had a very long talk with her before I even went to go see the doctors over the summer, and she just kind of told me that at the end of the day, like it's my injury. If I want to play, then I have to be willing to put my future and my brain on the line to play. So she definitely helped a lot through not being able to play after that. She's great at what she does. She's, ever since my first concussion sophomore year, she's always been by my side. I remember Jen said to me that you don't want to be laying in bed, not being able to hang out with your kids, being depressed just because you played 1 more year of football. And I think that definitely helped me through the process of accepting it.
I like to help. You can actually see that in all the other activities that I do in life. I'm a whitewater raft guide in the summer. I work up in Maine on the rivers, the Kennebec River and the Dead River. I'm a volunteer firefighter up there as well. I'm a wilderness level EMT. I've managed to get to go on 2 or 3, maybe 4 calls a summer. A lot of it is car accidents or ATV accidents, medical calls. It's kind of like an extension of what I do down here.
She did a lot for me, you know, the massages, the stim, the stretching, you know, all the time she put into me alone. I'm very thankful for her. I'm very appreciative for her, and she's been awesome for me my senior year.
And it's just that sense of security that we have, that Jen's always going to be there. If something ever goes down, she's going to be better than the EMT or the paramedics that show up. She's going to want to handle that. She'll drive the truck herself. She'll put you in there. She'll put you on an IV. And that's just, it comes back to that passion and intensity she has for what she does. So.
I'm 007. Nick Hardy, aka Chad. I'm here with Stoughton football. We had a day off today, so we came to Patriots Place and went into 5 Wits, where we're gonna go try to solve an espionage mission.
Let's go.
Let's go, fellas.
Oh, we're getting debriefed right. Jeez, close the door. Close the door.
Check out of the desk!
My name is Simon, and I'm your senior operations officer for this mission, which means I'm going to be making sure this mission goes as smoothly as it possibly can.
I'll see you guys on the other side.
What's your name?
Chad.
Chad, press that down button for me. All right, great. So if anything goes wrong, it's Chad's fault. You press the button on me. Yes.
Shark!
Right now. Oh, right. Well, you guys all passed laser training at the academy, right? Yeah. Perfectly fine. We're gonna be great. Yeah. A+. All right, let's give it our best shot. Let's go. Everyone get back to where as fast as you can.
Black 28. Alright, give us. Yeah. Swag, bro. Oh, here we go, swag. We're at 26 right now. Alright, I need 12. I need 12. I need 12. Hey guys, I just found these.
No, that is an emergency.
No? Alright.
No. Got that?
Okay, well, watch out. Raggy fingers, Daddy. Alright, bet.
Alright, let someone else get in on that.
Oh man, this is tight. Oh god. Squad.
Self-destruct, KLR.
Self-destruction.
Self-destruction. Listen up, pressing buttons. Let's see what we got. You're listening to some sort of violently now.
King, Rook, Queen.
That has to be
King, Rook, Queen. Queen,
no, because it's in the wrong place, you buffoons.
Yeah, that could be for anyone.
Maybe all 3 of them are.
We're gonna go Rook, Queen, King. Rook, Queen, King. That's what it is. Very nice, Bishop. Word.
Sir, what was that? Jeez.
Knight, pawn. Knight, Bishop, pawn. Knight, Bishop, pawn. Everything's red. It's all red. Okay.
That one off? Get that one off. How do we do it? I don't know, I went 1, 2, 3.
I think I got device terminal. Hit one. Plug upper left.
Plug upper left.
It still says control. Yeah. Unplug it. You're good. Hardy, come on, dude. Just do the one that's unplugged.
Device disarmed successfully.
For the 4th consecutive year, it's now playoff time for Stoughton. They started the season 1-2 and finished behind North Attleboro in the division standings. But the Black Knights have racked up 4 straight blowout wins and entered the postseason with a 5-2 record, playing their best football of the year. Stoughton is the number 4 seed in the Division II South bracket, behind 3rd-seeded North Attleboro, 2nd-seeded Dartmouth, and superpowered Duxbury the top seed. But before the Black Knights can worry about knocking off any of those teams, they first have to take care of 5th-seeded Milford.
Playoff football is a completely different thing than regular season football. Coach Burke always says it's a new season, and it's true. I mean, the intensity is 100% higher. I mean, you're coming out there knowing it's do or die. We're handling Milford like we've never seen them before, practicing hard, getting on the film, just like we haven't played them last week. But playing them gives us a little bit of an advantage because we know who their stronger players are and who to look for.
We are definitely going into the playoffs at our best time for Stoughton Black Knights football. It's getting a little colder out. It's getting a little tougher to play out here, and that's definitely where we shine the best. Earlier on in the season, we had a few hiccups with Marshfield North, but I think now we're on a roll. We're just going to keep on going.
Stoughton has to prepare for this playoff game without some of its key senior leaders. While Andrew Iverson is dealing with a right hip flexor injury, he's able to work through it and still keep playing. Unfortunately, that's not the case for Jack Connolly, who tore the labrum in his left shoulder, and David Salucci, who fractured his left pinky in multiple places. Both seniors had to undergo surgery, ending Connolly's season and putting the rest of Salucci's in doubt.
The injuries to our senior brothers is something we take very seriously. There's nothing that we would want more than to have our brothers out there playing with us. I mean, you got a senior captain in Jack Connolly, two-way starter, and then you got someone like Dave Salucci, who was our quarterback, you know, had to switch a position, came into DN and was probably one of the best DNs in the league when he was playing that position. So, I mean, that's huge and that really kills us, and we really get emotional about that. But as far as depth goes, I mean, we have guys ready to step up.
They're two big players. They're two playmakers. And but I think what the coaches did really well with is we've always had a mix-up during the game. So we're never have one person stay at the same position for the most part. So I think the guys coming in have a little bit of experience, and I think they're ready to get it done.
Milford is dealing with injuries of its own, as star running back Blake Hill was questionable all week and then was spotted in sweats during pre-game warm-ups. While Stoughton limited him to just 30 yards in last week's game, his absence gives the Black Knights a significant edge going into the rematch.
Tonight, Stoughton is home for a Division II South quarterfinal playoff home opener against the Milford Scarlet Hawks.
The stakes were different, but the results were very much the same as the Black Knights dominated the rematch against Milford. Stoughton scored on its first possession with Ryan Sullivan running for a touchdown from 3 yards out. Sullivan also got the two-point conversion to make it 8-0 with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Stoughton's next points came courtesy of its special teams. Eyes-on Swain Price blocked a Milford punt and recovered it in the end zone for a touchdown to make it 14-0, with 4 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first. It's his 15th touchdown in only 8 games.
Punt block, you know, coach called the play. I seen it open it, and Malachi had great pressure, and I was able to slip in and get a piece of the ball and get in the end zone after the block.
I mean, that's impressive. I mean, those are you know, results from defense. You can make people punt, bad things happen, and you know, we knew we were going to go after a couple. We practiced all week.
Having already scored on offense and special teams, Stoughton's defense wanted to get in on the fun.
Second down and 8 at the 35. In motion, Amin Menseh. Curran fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Joseph, and he's going to go all the way for a defensive touchdown for Stoughton.
That was beautiful. That even further our lead. I've never seen Jason run so fast. I was running full speed behind him. He was dusting me. It was great to see a lineman score a touchdown. Hope to see more of it.
I was with them right there, running right behind them on that scoop and score. It's real huge. Took all the life away from them. You know, they were all down. They weren't ready for the second half.
With that touchdown, Stoughton scored in all 3 phases of the game before the first quarter was even over. Justin Lee added a 3-yard touchdown run to give Stoughton a 28-0 lead at the half, and the rout was on. The Black Knights came out in the second half and put the game away with a methodical 13-play march to the end zone. The drive lasted 9 minutes and 43 seconds and took all but 1 minute and 17 seconds of the third quarter. Quarterback Evan Gibb and receiver Ruben Gonzalez teamed up for the big play on this drive.
Sullivan in motion. They fake it to him. Now they look deep, and it is caught by Gonzalez. Close to the goal line, 1st and goal for Stoughton.
Just another name you can add to the list of playmakers for this Stoughton offense. You got Sullivan, you got Justin Lee, you got Soquist in the backfield, you got Swain Price doing it on both sides of the ball. Let's throw Gonzalez in the mix there. You know he can break it to the outside, and we've seen Gibb throw the ball very well this season, and just another dime right there from Evan Gibb, putting it where only his receiver can get it.
That was beautiful. Great protection by the line to start it off, and then he just saw Ruben on the fade route, and he's been mossing people all day in practice, and he finally caught one in the game. Too bad he didn't get in. He got right on the 1-yard line.
Gibb finished the drive off on the very next play.
Gibb goes up the middle and is in for the touchdown. Evan Gibb, the 5th Stoughton player to score tonight, and it's 34 Stoughton, Milford 0.
Coming out of the second half, we wanted to pound it down their throats, and that's what we did. we were able to take a lot of time off the clock, and I feel like we really tired them down. We just had ground and pound offense, and at the start of the second half, we took away like the whole third quarter, so that's huge. Took all momentum out of them. We finished off the game.
The Black Knights won last week's regular season finale behind stellar play from the defense, holding Milford to just 78 yards. The Scarlet Hawks fared no better in their return to Sarno Field. In fact, Stoughton's defense was even better. Milford gained just 4 yards for the first 3.5 quarters and just 52 yards for the whole game, as Stoughton shut them out for the second week in a row.
Defensively, we played outstanding. I mean, that's all we do. Our goal was to limit them less than what they got last year. It's tough playing the same team twice. I know all the cliches, you know, but you got to play somebody, and then hats off to them, you know. They're good, they're well coached, and I think we just had a little too much today.
Stoughton improves to 6-2, but more importantly, they advance another round in the playoffs. Their reward is a trip to top-seeded Duxbury in the Division II South semifinals. Duxbury is undefeated at 8-0 and is ranked as the top team in the state by both the Boston Globe and Boston Herald. The Dragons average 49 points per game, but Stoughton's defense has recorded 3 shutouts in the past 5 games, holding opponents to a combined 25 points in that span. However, Stoughton can score too, averaging 34 points per game this season.
It feels great going against the #1 seed in our division, #1 team in the state. You know, to be the best, you gotta beat the best.
Okay, Ben. I guess we have a date next week with the #1 team in the state.
Yeah.